Hi guys, this is the second video. This one is where we're reviewing multiplying fractions, specifically with word problems. So we're going to review the word problems that I have here, and then after that you're going to complete your assignment. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to read this. So it says Tom and George ate 1/6 of a cake, and the cake had 30 pieces in it. How many pieces did they eat? Okay, the first thing I need to recognize is this word of. You need to understand the of in a word problem and in mathematics. Of means multiplication. So here, this right here means multiplication. Now, they're saying that they ate 1/6 of the cake, which is the entire cake. We know with this sentence that the cake had 30 pieces in it. So, putting this all together, I can say 1/6 times, because of the of, 30. Now the only issue that I have is this 30 doesn't have a denominator, but I can fix that by putting this over 1. And now I'm going to multiply straight across. So 1 times 30 is going to be 30. And then I'm going to put this division symbol, that fraction bar, and 6 times 1 is going to be 6. Now I can simplify this because I do recognize that 30 divided by 6 is going to be 5. So this means that Tom and George ate 5 pieces of cake. Okay, now let's look at the second one. So the second one says that David wants to download 90 songs, but his phone only has room for 1/3 of the songs. So how many songs can he download? So we know we're starting off with 90 songs. So I'm going to put here 90, right? And it's saying that his phone only has room for 1/3 of the songs. So remember, we know that 1/3 means multiplication. So that's 1/3 times that 90. So that would be 90 over 1. So again, I'm multiplying straight through. So this would be 90 over 3. And if I divide that, that's going to be 30. That's that second one. The third one says that Mary makes 21 cupcakes and she needs 1/2 a cup for each cupcake. How much flour does she need? Okay, so this was a little bit different because I don't see the word of, right, in the front, but I do see it here where it says 1/2 cup of flour for each cupcake. So before, everything was kind of in the front for us next to that fraction there, and here it's nowhere near that front where the cupcakes would be. So the way we're going to set it up is we're going to say, okay, well, it's 1/2 cup of flour, so 1/2 cup of flour times, because this of is here, of flour for each cupcake, and I know that she wants to make 21 cupcakes, so I'm going to put that 21 here, and again I'm going to put 1 as the denominator, and I'm going to put equals here, and now I'm going to multiply straight across. So 1 times 21 is going to be 21, and 2 times 1 is going to be 2. Now, because it's a real world problem, I'm not going to leave it as an improper fraction. I have to put it into a mixed number. So here I'm going to divide where I have 21 on the inside, 2 on the outside. 2 goes into 2 one time. This would be 2 here. I'm going to subtract. And I'm going to get 1 as the remainder, which is okay. So I recognize that this right here is the whole number I need. 1 is that remainder. 2 would be my denominator. So my final answer would be 1 and 1/2. Okay. All right. So now we're going to go through here. And what I'm going to see is that Miss Thompson has 5 boxes of pens. There are 10 pens in each box. 1/4 of the markers are dry. How many markers are dry? Okay, so Miss Thompson has 5 boxes of pens, and there are 10 pens each. So we want to know how many markers are dry. We know that 1/4 of the markers are dry. So first I have to figure out how many pens are there, right? So I'm going to put 5 right here because we started with 5 boxes, and then I'm going to multiply by 10 because there are 10 pens in each box. So in total I get 50. Now, if I'm looking at this, now I recognize that I know 1/4 of them are dry. So I know, okay, well, I'm going to take 1/4 of means multiplication, right? And I'm going to put this 50 above here. Over 1 equals 50 over 4. Right, so now I'm going to, again, divide this out. So 50 divided by 4. 4 goes into 5 one time. There's a 10 right here, so 4 goes into 10 twice. And now I get a remainder of 2. So my final answer to this, right, is going to be 12 and 2/4. But you want to be careful, right? Because 12 and 2/4 can also be written as 12 and a half, because 2/4 can be simplified as a half. Now, here's where you want to be careful. They're saying how many markers are dry. We can't have half a marker. And there's going to be some times when you do some problems where they're going to give you a fraction. We cannot round down toward 12 because we still have this half. So the answer for us is going to have to be 13. So we're going to put 13 markers are dry. Now, sometimes you're going to get it where it's going to be a whole number once you divide this out, and you're going to get 10, 14, 15, whatever the answer is. And that's beautiful. We hope to get that answer. But sometimes we do get this fraction, so we have to round up to the next number, which in our case would be that 13. Okay, so this is the second video that you guys viewed. The first one was over the review of fractions. This is over word problems. So what you're going to do, you're going to go from here, and you're going to go back to the modules tab inside of your assignment. And what I want you guys to do is still in this tiny house project module. The next assignment that you're going to do for me is going to be this multiplying fractions practice, So multiplying fractions practice. This is the third thing you're going to do for me today, okay? Once you're done with that, you can check back in with me on Teams so that you can get the next assignment you need to do. If you have any questions, remember that I'm here. If you have anything you need to ask or you need clarification questions, okay?